guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're out here in the shop and we're going to be working on my 1984 Pontiac Fiero. This is one with the wide body kit. It's got a 3800 Supercharged V6 swapped into it. I think it's the car on the channel, like the thumbnail, whatever you want to call it. This car, I've had it a while now and I've neglected it like the last year and a half, 2 years. I think I've driven it once, maybe. Well, I kind of want to change that this year. Did drive it and fill up the gas tank yesterday. There's a bunch of different things I want to do to it now that I've decided I'm going to keep it. I've been tossing around the idea of selling it. I drove it yesterday. Definitely don't want to sell it. But it needs some work. Like, it hasn't had the oil changed in a couple years. It's got a little bit of leak from the transmission. There's some stuff I want to change on the engine as far as paint colors and whatnot. The back exhaust manifold has got a crack in it again, so I gotta take that off and weld it. So, got a lot of stuff to do on it, and we're gonna do none of that in this video. In this video, we're gonna redo the carpet on the bottom of the door panels. A couple years ago, I redid the headliner with some houndstooth blue fabric. Kind of see that up there, I guess. It's a little dark, but we're going to do this bottom part of the door panels. You can see down here, it's kind of frayed, kind of old looking. So we're going to do that so it matches the headliner. Just, you know, gotta ease into the project. I have fabric left over right here. And then we're going to use this 3M General Trim Adhesive, which probably isn't strong enough, but it's what we're going to use. And we're going to recover those door trim panels. You know, also another thing I want to do with this thing once I do all the maintenance and whatnot it needs, I think we're going to pull the plasti dip and I think we're going to paint it. Got a couple ideas floating around in my head. That'll be later this summer. Also here in the car, it definitely needs to be cleaned. It's a mess, as you can tell by this pull handle and how dirty it is. So step number one to redoing this carpet is going to be removing the door trim panel. And to do that in a Fiero, you pop this plug out. There's one screw here, a screw down here, and a screw down here to get the armrest off. And then there is a screw back here behind the door handle, a screw behind this deal, and a screw back here kind of behind the lock lever. Very similar to the Pontiac 6000. And then after that, we just pull the door panel off. And once we get it off, we'll remove the map pocket. And then we can work on removing the carpet. This one's worse. You can see how frayed this carpet is. And then we'll cut the piece of the new fabric, kind of lay it out, make sure we get it how we like it, and then we'll glue it on the door panel. So step number one, let's get this door panel off of here. All right, pop this out. Ideally, throw that on the ground. That can fly across the car too. Number three, usually there is a cover back here on the screw behind the door handle. Apparently this door doesn't have that. Probably fell out sometime in the past. Alright, so I lied. There's not a screw back here behind the lock lever thing. And this thing has power locks, so we have to unplug the power locks here. Like so. Now we can take this door pull off. Screw number two. Screw number three. Off with this. All right, now it's just a bunch of like Christmas tree fasteners, I guess. Find those and pull them out. Half of them will be broken by now because the car is 1,000 years old. And then the top edge of this just kind of pushes into this trim. And then the door trim panel off. Now we can take this over to the bench and start getting this old carpet off of it. All right, here we are on our workbench. That's a 1984 Pontiac Fiero Indy Pace car. And we're gonna take this apart. So to get the mat pocket off, we gotta screw these 6 nuts off. Then the mat pocket should come off, and then we can start removing this factory carpet. You can see it kind of tucks around the backside here and glues on. You should be able to just pull it off like that, and then it'll come off. It's hot today, so the glue is gooey. Makes it easier. All right, so I have a pair of needle nose pliers. I'm gonna see. Okay, let's get some channel locks. All right, let's try some vice grips here. Well, what the world? One, was able to get it with the needle nose. Just gotta try harder. Number 2, 3, 4, number 5, and number 6. So these are like little nuts here. Almost looks like you used a 10mm socket on that, but they were installed upside down like that. I don't understand why. I'm gonna install them like this so I can use the socket on them. But with all of those off, Mr. Mat Pocket comes right off. So that leaves us here with this, where we should be able to just pull the carpet off of it. Well, that's some really good glue they used. All right, well, let me get this carpet all the way off here, then I'll get back with you guys. Otherwise, I'll be out of battery and SD card. So I'll be back with you.
One eternity later.
All right, so I'm a little over halfway done. I've ended up using a razor blade. You can pull on the carpet and you can kind of back cut it like this. And it'll cut the adhesive. And then what's left on here, we'll probably use a sanding disc on a die grinder or something and just kind of sand this down to the fiberboard. So I'm gonna get this completely done. I'll get back to you when I have it as just the fiberboard that we're gonna glue to. And then we'll lay our piece out, show you how I'm gonna do it. We'll get it cut to the size it needs to be and get it glued on here. So I'll be back with you when I'm at that point. All right, so as you see, I got all the carpet off of it. And we are left with like this residue on it because the glue was really strong. What I ended up doing was I got a end of it started, used a razor blade to kind of cut the glue, not blue, was able to yank all the carpet off. So now I've been messing around with trying to get this stuff off of here. The best thing I've found is my drill with this little sandy disc thing. Kind of heats the glue up. But as you see here, it takes the stuff off, gets it pretty clean. So what we're gonna do is go over this whole thing like that, get this whole front surface cleaned up to where it's like this, and then it'll be a smooth feel when I get the new fabric on it. and that new fabric should glue down pretty good. I also picked up some maximum strength 90 glue instead of using that old glue because I don't want this to come apart. So let's work on getting all this stuff off of here, and then we'll start laying the fabric out, figure out how we're going to do it, and then we'll glue it together. Then we can get it back in the car, and then I just have another one to do. Let's get to sanding. There you can see it kind of makes quick work of it, and we'll be able to go over with a adhesive remover or some sort of interior cleaner and get the little tiny particles off of it, and then we'll have a nice surface to glue to. All right, there you go. That's pretty good. Smooth. We just got to knock the high pieces off of it. And then around the edge here, I'll just take a razor blade and clean all that off. And then we got to super glue this little piece back like that because that broke when I was taking it apart. So we'll super glue that in place, trim all the edge up here with the razor blade. And then we'll be ready to lay out the new fabric. So I'll get that stuff done and then I'll get back with you. All right, so here is what we've ended up with. You see it's nice and smooth, looks good. I got our fabric. I kind of cut it to shape here to where it kind of matches. Want to make sure the lines are running perfectly level with the door panel. And what we're going to do is the top edge here, we're going to kind of fold it over. We got to get it positioned on the door panel right here. At the top, we're going to fold it over so we end up with a nice clean edge, just like that. We end up with a nice clean edge like this. So we're going to have to trim it over here a little bit so it'll fold nicely and it won't wrinkle, and these lines can stay straight across like this. So let's get started on that. All right guys, so I've got it glued along the edge here. Did some trimming to get this corner right, and it's glued along this edge. You can see here the pattern looks nice and straight. So now what we're going to do is fold it back. We're going to coat the fabric, the back side of the fabric, and we're going to coat this with the glue. And then we'll lay this down, and we'll let this dry, and then we can wrap it around and we'll glue it on the back so it's nice and rounded all around the corner. All the edges. This is where the map pocket goes. And then up here you can see it's nice and tight to it. Down here it's not quite as tight, but the armrest goes right here. So it'll be sandwiched behind that. So I'm okay with that. All right, so that, and we give it a minute. So this says to let it sit for a minute to kind of tack up. Yep. Then we'll fold her over. Okay. Do that, and then we'll rub it together really good here. Try to get it to lay down nice and tight. Make sure we don't have any folds or anything like that in it. Kind of like that. Like I said, here we'll fold this over and glue it here along the back too. And that's how it'll look. Wish it looked a little better up in here. But I think once the door pulls on it, it'll be all right. The mat pocket's on it. All right. Get a razor blade and we can kind of trim this stuff a little bit. And then we'll glue it along the backside. And there you go. That's pretty much the finished project. Pretty much finished product. We've got to cut this little square here out, and then we've got to cut the holes for the mat pocket, get the mat pocket back on it. And we can put this back in the car, and then I just have one more to do. Yay. There we go. And there you have it. Now we just got to put it back in the car, and we got one more to do. Which means I got to get the car down so I can put this back in and get that one out. And I'll probably set up a time lapse as I do the other one. So I'll be back with you after that. All right, so here we are, finished product. Let's get it installed. Before I get ahead of myself, I guess I should remove these other clips and put them back on the door panel. As you can see, these are brittle. That's cool. I'm gonna try not to destroy every one of these. I don't have a, there we go. I don't have a trim tool here at home. Other one. Another one. Throw that on the ground, that helps, great. And one more. And then if you look at the back of the door trim panel, these spots are where they go. Just put them in there, turn them 90 degrees. Like so. One there. One right there. All right, now we can take the door panel and get it where it goes. hard to do one-handed. We'll kind of get it started up here at the top. It slides into this metal rail. Then we can go along and make sure all the push pins go into the middle. Like that, that, and that, and that. Okay, we'll get the armrest on it and the trim plate around the door handle. And then this door's done, then we can do the other one. Gosh, we really need to clean this interior. Then we plug our power antenna plug in. Like that. It works. Like so. Alright, now we just gotta clean it off. But it looks pretty good if you ask me. We get some spray, wipe the door panel down, we'll take a look at it. Alright, we got some multi-purpose cleaner. Spray the door panel all down. Our microfiber towel and wipe her down. And there you have it. There's the completed driver's side. You can see it looks pretty good. I can't even see this when I'm sitting in here. All this is covered up. Turned out pretty good. Now we just gotta get the other side done. So I'll get that done, get it reinstalled, get the panels wiped down. We'll take a look at what they both look like done. So I'll be back with you here shortly. All right, and the passenger door done. Doesn't look too bad. I think I did a better job on the driver's side, but you'll get that sometimes. Looks good. I'm happy with it. And that's gonna, be the end of this video, because that's what we're doing in this video. This car is trashed. Definitely needs a bath inside and outside. So I'm gonna have to do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it turned out okay. Hopefully you think this is cool. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to leave a like. Hype the video, all that good stuff. We got more work to do on this car, but that's going to be in a future video. I want to drive this thing more this year, and in order to do that, it needs an oil change, because it's been like 2 years since it's had an oil change. We have an exhaust manifold that's cracked and leaking. That's awesome. I'll have to pull that off and weld it up. And we have a transmission leak to fix. So there will probably be a video on that stuff here pretty soon. Also, my Pontiac 6000 wagon, that has developed a pretty nice power steering leak. I have a kit coming to fix that. Maybe I'll do a video on that. What else? Oh, we got a Bonneville to put back on the road. We have an Indy Fiero to finish. We have a Trans Am over there that we need to work on. So all kinds of stuff to work on. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see any of that. But hey, thank you for watching this video, guys. It means a lot. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like, hype the video, make sure you're subscribed. If you want to see things, make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this off here. Go to bed, because I'm tired. Anyway, I will see you on the next one. Take care.
That's the best editor.